Well, it's that time for us out here in this cold climate to get our seeds started. We're going to get them started inside, so that way we can then move them to the veggie tunnel and then move the ones that need to be outside to the outside garden. We're going to use a soil block maker, and so we're going to get the seeds started in that, and I'm going to show you how we make these cool little blocks of soil so that you don't have to have the plastic containers to plant in. This has got a little bit of compost in it, some potting soil that I bought at a garden store, and then a bunch of coffee chaff. And so it's nice and crumbly. You can see it'll be nice and light and easy to work with. And that's what we're going to start with. So all I'm doing is mixing in a little bit of water with this, just a little bit at a time, because I don't want to get it real soggy and real messy. And we just mix that in there. Your soil's got to be wet for you to be able to do this. Otherwise your soil blocks aren't going to stick together. Soil prepared. You want to make sure it's going to stick together. So just grab a handful like I already showed you. Clump it up like that. If it sticks together, it's good. If it doesn't stick together, you either need to add more moisture to it or add something to it that's going to enable the moisture to keep the block together. I had to put more garden soil in mine because the blocks weren't sticking together with the potting soil and the compost and the coffee chaff. Just lay it out in a line. You can use even a garage floor if you need to. I happen to have this pallet here. Take your block maker. You can see that there's a nipple on each one of these, and that's so that it puts a little dent there for your seed to go in. You want the handle released, and just push down on it. Use some weight. Alright, so now we've got it like that. Just put it right into your tray. Don't try to release it on your surface and then move them into the tray. Just turn it upside down, pull the handle, and you've got 4 perfectly shaped soil blocks all ready to go with a spot for the seed. Now there's a reason that I really like using these soil blocks. Actually, there are 2 reasons that I like using the soil blocks rather than the plastic containers, although I do use the plastic containers also. But the soil blocks have an airspace in between each one of them. So greater air circulation means you're going to probably get greater yield. You're going to get more seed germination. The other nice thing about it is that you don't have to have those silly plastic containers cluttering up your garage or your hoop house or your shed or wherever you keep them. And those things tend to get brittle and break, and then you got to throw them away. So this just enables you to not have to buy those things. The other thing that I really like about it is the fact that your plants aren't going to get root bound like they are in one of those small plastic containers. If you leave them in there too long, the roots just wrap around, and then when it comes transplanting time, you got to break those up and get them loose and spread out so that way they grow better. These, you don't have that problem. The roots will start to just crawl out the sides of the soil block, which is okay because you've got the space in between each one, and so they just keep on growing. And then all you have to do when it comes planting time, you just pick up your soil block, put it right into a hole in the ground, or put it into a larger container if you need to transplant it and keep it growing in a container. So that way your roots just keep on going. They're not going to get all wrapped up. So that's, I think, the biggest advantage to the soil blocks, but I do like the fact that I don't have to have those plastic containers and keep buying those year after year.